Hello, and thank you for joining me for my Capstone presentation. My name is Chloe Stafford, and I will be presenting my poster entitled Bridging the Gap to Nature, Finding Solutions to Green Space Access Inequality. I worked with the Nature Project with my site supervisor, Jane Seibel, and my faculty advisor, Fred Purcell. Through my internship, I saw that although it is generally accepted that time spent in nature leaves us feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and overall healthier, not all populations can access green space equally. Socioeconomic, racial, and urban factors limit nature access to underserved communities, often facing a lack of green space, transportation, and safety. In King County in the greater United States, the environmental justice issue of barriers to access to nature can present itself as a disparity in the quality of parks, as seen in Figure 1, and the quantity of parks, as seen in Figure 2. Generally, wealthier areas have larger, more interactive parks, while lower income areas have smaller, less interactive parks. This issue disproportionately affects youth, as the benefits of time spent in green space for youth cannot be understated. These include better youth cognitive development, better mental health, better social skills, and reductions in obesity and stress. It has been seen that nature workshops can benefit youth, and an important distinction in the context of this project is between long-term programs and short-term programs. When you're thinking long-term programs, think of summer camps, something that lasts weeks up to months, whereas short-term programs typically last hours to a day. Long-term programs are proven to be beneficial to many urban youth, but they remain inaccessible for financial and other reasons. Therefore, the organization I worked with, the Nature Project, is a nonprofit that recognizes this issue and provides free, accessible short-term nature workshops to marginalized youth in the greater Seattle area. This has led me to my research question. How effective are short-term nature workshops in connecting youth to the environment? Throughout my internship with the Nature Project, I worked on social media marketing, developing a year-long social media content plan to engage many audiences, including donors, volunteers, and participants across many different social media platforms where these different audiences can be found. At the same time, I conducted a literature review on nature's impact on youth, park access disparities, and the effectiveness of long-term nature workshops, all the while highlighting nature access inequalities as an environmental justice issue. Furthermore, I assessed TMP's workshops, focusing on benefits to youth social emotional skills, overall health, and their perception of and connection to nature. In order to do so, I analyzed pre- and post-workshop surveys, tracking changes in these areas. Below, in Figure 4, you can see some images from the Nature Project workshop, an evergreen mountain biking event put on by TNP in partnership with the Congolese Integration Network of Seattle. From my literature review, I found that long-term nature workshops are effective, and they often improve youth perceptions of nature, mental health, engagement with the outdoors, and development of connections to green space. Urban youth left these experiences feeling more connected to nature and having less negative perceptions of nature. At the beginning, they thought the nature was either disgusting or dangerous. At the end, they felt that it was something that they felt comfortable in. Of the 102 participants in TMP workshops from August 2022 to August 2023, 14% completed pre-workshop surveys and 3% completed post-workshop surveys. From my analysis of these pre- and post-workshop surveys, I have found that there were reported improvements from participants in self-identity, social skills, and self-management. However, challenges still remained in their connection to nature, therefore feeling a sense of being in the outdoors, and their support for the environment, understanding the importance of nature. Therefore, from these results, I have concluded that short-term workshops, while not solving all systemic issues, offer a cost-effective way to provide meaningful nature experiences, which will improve the well-being of underserved youth. Although my results cannot be fully generalized, as the sample size was quite small. The environmental justice issue of barriers to access to nature is costly and complicated to solve, as many aspects of the issue originate from built environments. So identifying solutions that improve access in a cost-effective way is paramount. While the data suggests that current workshops provide benefits, I am advocating for further research with diverse, larger sample sizes to understand long-term impacts. The solutions that I have proposed to enhance the effectiveness of short-term workshops are: 1, education on urban nature and how to find natural spaces in cities so that youth can use the skills that they learned in the workshops and apply them to their daily lives, and experience better nature benefits without the need to travel anywhere. And this will address challenges in the environmental connection that youth participants feel after the workshops. The second proposed solution I have is expanded public transportation options and reduced park fees. Two of the biggest problems that the Nature Project faces are a lack of transportation to nature and large fees associated with spending time in nature. This lack of transportation affects the amount of time that they can spend in nature, as well as workshop frequency. And fees create paywalls, which further restrict nature access, not only by distance, but by income. I would like to thank my state supervisor, Jane Seibel, my faculty advisor, Fred Purcell, my friends and family, and my POE cohort for their unwavering help and support throughout this process. I would also like to thank the Nature Project for having me for this internship. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have about my project.